The court.
Okay, that's two different
Hey
things.
friends, Mark Holmes here. My buddy Jobu. I'm here at my night job, with some breaking news. The on-again, off-again suspension of Zeke Elliott is temporarily off again. That's right, it's off again. What it is this judge says basically, because Zeke Elliott if he gets suspended, you can't reverse the suspension. Those games will never come back. So they put in a temporary restraining order that allows him to play this week, and until the court goes to rehear what already happened. So in other words, he can play again this week, and it may be he gets suspended then the following week whenever the court system goes through. No, Zeke has actually got a temporary restraining order against, which is a stay. So he's eligible to play this week. But the thing is,
Women don't need him.
I'll be honest with you. Sooner or later, he's going to end up having the suspension. And I'm afraid him playing this weekend against the 49ers and the following week the Redskins are two games that you could probably afford not to have him as much. But I think you need him for the stretch run. But, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job that's working at nights right now. So he's off suspension at the moment temporarily. Mark, you're right. I agree right now with Michael that this whole thing has been a distraction. I'm sorry.
Take the suspension.
This on again, off again. Here it is. The team is game planning for this week. And until today, now we find out you got Zeke Elliott, which means you're going to change the game plan up because you have Zeke Elliott.
Now, my question is, what if they come back tomorrow and say, oh, you're suspended?
Well, they have to go through and they have to rehear it.
I mean, the same way if they say tomorrow or by Friday, oh, you're actually suspended. Then you're going to go back, then what are you going to do?
I'm with you, Massive G. I'm so tired of it. Zeke Elliott's got to be tired. Everybody's tired of it.
Just take the Zeke and go home.
I'm actually at work right now on a bit of a break here. Just kind of eating my dinner kind of late. Yeah, I'm tired of Jason Garrett too. And Justin, it is a merry-go-round. Well, here's the problem. Once it left Texas, Zeke was screwed. The reality is Zeke Elliott's best options is to keep it away from the court system in New York. Because the court system in New York is going to favor the big business. And remember, New York City, you can't trust salsa from New York City, much less the court system. So once they vacated the Texas ruling and got to New York, the NFL got it exactly where they wanted to have it. So it's there. They're going to rehear this. They're going to come back and say, no, it's still done. Sooner or later, he's going to have to do the suspension. The problem is we keep kicking it down the road. And we keep kicking it down the road, and sooner or later, it's going to be playoffs that we're talking about. Playoffs? I mean, that's if we make playoffs. But I think that this is too big of a distraction for Zeke Elliott. He has not been focused. He has not looked like the same guy. At this point, I almost wish that he had taken the suspension at the beginning of the season, and he would have been done with this. We would have been done with this. I see we got lots of trolls out there. It's so funny how people will come in and kick you when you're down. But those same people, when we actually are playing good, you won't find them. So, I have no problem with any of you guys talking trash, telling me my team stinks or anything like that. But if you're going to talk about us when we're bad, be sure you show up when your team is bad or when we're doing good. Johnny, like the cake, man, I agree with you. I have no words, man. This thing is just crazy. We're just kicking it down the road. The NFL always wins. Skins can suck it. Fuck the trolls. I love it.
Should know Tom Brady is taking a move on with life.
I'm going to be going to the Redskin Dallas game in D.C. I'm planning a tailgate there. I've got about 10 of you guys that are interested in getting together for that. I just got to get my tickets and figure out what parking lot we're going to be in to set up for it. So yeah, I will be at the Redskin Cowboy game next Sunday. Well, he lost. Okay, here's the thing. They vacated what the Texas court said. They lost that part right there. They ended up putting in another affidavit to try and stop it and make the New York court re-review what they already decided. And that's where the problem lies. Yeah, they'll re-review it, but you got the guys who just ruled 2-1. They're not going to turn around and say, oh, we were wrong. So understand, it's just temporary. The Eagles, you Eagle fans out there that think you're going to go 15-1, you guys are going to find out the hard way that it's not going to be that easy. You're going to find out that you're going to be coming back to earth. I think you guys are actually peaking too soon, but what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a boot it all. We broke the news. Go Cowboys. All right. Jerry is great, period. Okay. They peaked too soon last year. Yeah, last year they went down the toilet. You're noticing that some teams that looked really good the first 3 weeks and people were penciling them in for the Super Bowl, all of a sudden have come back down to earth. And the same thing will happen with the Eagles. Right now, as far as I know, he's only good for at least the 49er game.
As of right now.
At the moment, but this thing keeps changing by the hours. It's just crazy how much stuff's done.
Somebody say tomorrow he's not good.
So here's what you got to understand. If the NFL loses this, they're going to be fighting tooth and nail, because if they lose this, it goes against the collective bargaining agreement. And just like the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, if Colin Kaepernick, which I don't think he's going to be able to win, if he were able to win his argument, the collective bargaining agreement would be null and void. Let me say that again. The collective bargaining agreement would be null and void, and it would give the upper hand to the NFL Players Association and would take some of that power and control away from the NFL. That's why the NFL is trying to set the stage for the renegotiation in 2021. But if Colin Kaepernick wins his case, then it kills the deal. Basically, they said if one person is able to get collusion, it's done. So the NFL does not want to have that. It's more than just Zeke Elliott. It is about the collective bargaining agreement and who has all the power. Ryan Foster, that's what I said in the beginning of the year, 10-6. Goner Cowboy, you're right. He won't win it. The NFL is going to win sooner or later. If they made Tom Brady, the 5-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady, gets suspended for 4 games for basically destroying evidence on deflating balls.
Yeah, but Tom Brady just took it and went home.
Well, he got tired of fighting because
that's the Zeke Elliott is doing. Okay. He's fighting this still.
Either way, you're not going to win it.
Just take it and go home.
11-5 would be tough, DJ. I'll be honest with you, because you're talking about going 9-2.
Take it and go home.
Well, X Factor, I hope you're right that Zeke will be able to have the last laugh. I would love that. Regardless of whether Zeke plays or doesn't play, I think our team needs to try things a little bit differently as far as the offense goes. We keep trying to do the same thing, run up the gut, first down every time, and we end up being a 2nd and long. I think we need to actually start trying to pass more to set up our run. Maybe the Cowboys need to botch so bad so he could beat it. Okay. Well, Michael, I have to agree with you on that one. Yeah, he's not going to get the last laugh against the NFL. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to put race into this because we've got enough racial stuff in there, but I'm sorry. If this had been a black woman accusing him, this thing would have been kicked out.
Well, you see what happened to Lewis.
Right, Jordan Lewis. Yeah, that whole thing, that just disappeared, didn't it? Jordan Lewis case.
He won it and then went.
I hate. I mean, okay. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers here for a second. Right now, all the talking heads are going crazy that, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers. We got to look at this in the offseason and change the rules. Sarah, you're right. You said they're still working on something, but the reality is it's still not going to work. Eventually, he's going to have the suspension. This is just basically a temporary thing for the New York Court of Appeals, which has never ruled against the NFL, to rehear what they just said they were going to do. I know, but okay, I tell you what. How about Gillette, who's playing for the Washington Redskins? Gillette, who has been arrested and convicted twice of domestic violence and got to serve his suspension while he was out injured for 2 games. He was convicted twice, but yet Zeke hasn't even been charged with something. He's getting 6 games. So my point being is they're just after Zeke because they're trying to send a message. Yes, Sarah Green, you told me, but again, don't count this as a victory. This is just temporary. He'll play against the 49ers, maybe against the Redskins, but I guarantee you, before the season is up, he's still going to be suspended.
It's going to be.
And I think it would be better for him to take it now than later on as we get closer to playoff. I know you guys are sick of it. I'm sick of it my damn self.
Yeah, but this is bigger than Zeke Elliott.
Right. And again, it's only a temporary restraining order. Okay?
This thing is
it's not that the case has been kicked out. It's just temporary. Okay? 2 weeks only. It's temporary. It just gives the court enough time to rethink what they've already ruled on. And they're not going to change their mind. So that means 2 games that you could probably play without Zeke Elliott, Redskins, and 49ers, you're not going to have them.
And then I think we play Atlanta.
You know? Then we've got Atlanta, we've got Kansas City, we got the Eagles in there twice. It's actually going to hurt us in the longer run if he has to be suspended later in the season.
We got the Chargers.
Yeah.
But that's a winnable game.
Yeah. Well,
and then got the Redskins
people,
again.
I appreciate it. Michael doesn't like to be on camera and stuff, but everybody likes hearing you talk. What I'm telling you is, guys, this is not a win for us and the team. I think that it's better for him to get this thing out the way. This being dangled.
You know, 4-3 if he's 4-2.
This thing just being put off and put off is still that black cloud hanging over our heads because you don't know when this is going to happen.
You can go 4-2 without him.
I think we could, but I would say I would rather him be rested,
get
his mind straight, get focused on playing football, and come back and try and get that stretch run through December. He's never going to win, guys. You are only delaying the inevitable.
Just take the suspension, go on a nice vacation, and get your body right.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jason Garrett's play calling sucks. Wow, these things are flying through. I'm sorry I can't read them that quick. Well, I think you're right. True F. Kennedy it's going to be up to Dak to save the season. Jason Garrett isn't calling plays. It's actually Linehan.
So should Linehan go too?
Mike C, man, it's driving me crazy. He should finish the season. Here's the thing, though, because a lot of you guys think, okay, well, he should finish the season and all.
He will.
Do we want to have this going through another off season into next year? I don't. I'm tired of this thing. We need to be done with it. Well, Jason, unfortunately, I did a video when we had the whole Dez Bryant contract situation. And I pointed out what happens with receivers after they've gotten the mega contract. Megatron got his, 130 million, something like that. Larry Fitzgerald got his like 120 some. And what happened is after that age of 28, they got that big contract. Their numbers declined. Don't get me wrong, Larry Fitzgerald is still a fantastic receiver, but his numbers have been steadily going downhill because it's normal, it's age. And, excuse me, that's what's happening with Dez Bryant. It's the natural progression of it. Hit that 28 mark, got the big contract, the numbers go down. So it's not that Dez Bryant is doing anything intentional, it's just age has a way of catching up to you. He put up 1,900 yards, but it wasn't after that contract.
What have you done lately for him?
That's the problem. Is it's hard to maintain that, and it's kind of like when you have a running back that gets 2,000 yards, they always go downhill.
I wonder if that's part of Zeke Elliott this season, peaking too early.
Okay, again, I'm saying this. We have literally had a cloud over our team every week through training camp and through this. It's going back and forth. Zeke Elliott is not playing like he did last year. Clearly, this is affecting him on the field. The fact that he has not been able to come until today, I guess until tonight, to the training facility since Friday. He's been on suspension. So now you've already been game planning without him. Now you got to change your game plans up. This is not good for the team. It's not good distraction for the team to keep having to answer the same questions about Zeke. They need to be focused. Hey, Victor, how you doing? Focused on the guys that are there. That's my point of saying that go ahead and serve the suspension now. Because here's the thing. You guys keep thinking he's going to be able to win. I hate to tell you, it's only delaying the inevitable. The NFL will not lose. If it was still in Texas, I would say fight on because it's more of an impartial judge. But you're talking about the New York State of courts that is very anti-union and very pro-business. They're not going to rule against the NFL.
If Tom Brady can win, how you think Zeke's going to win?
Michael, I tell you what, every quarterback is a little inaccurate, okay? You know, it's amazing how everybody puts Dak Prescott under this microscope and makes him the worst quarterback in the world. You see, like Kirk Cousins pick six on Sunday. You see Tom Brady throw a few bad ones. You see, who threw 5 interceptions? I mean, we got quarterbacks all over the place that are doing crap, but nobody talks about them being accurate.
Eli Manning.
Not just Eli, somebody else did too.
Well, he was on five or six picks before they won this week.
No quarterback out there is perfect, okay? Let's be real. But everybody expects every single pass that Dak Prescott throws is supposed to be perfect, and he can't make a mistake. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, Roethlisberger, that's it. Ben Roethlisberger last week. Well, we know Eli throws 5, but that's right. Big Ben threw 5 last week. Actually, I didn't hear anybody say he's inaccurate. Come on, man.
He got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Still, doesn't mean it. Right, exactly. He got 2 Super Bowl rings, and he's still inaccurate sometimes, too.
But that's why I'm not saying nothing, because he got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Is that what it is?
I guess it is.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying Eli's going to the Super Bowl again at the beginning of the season.
Yes, the Cowboys do control their own destiny. Well, I'm sorry I'm eating here because it's going to be a long night, so I got to throw something down. Oops. Let's turn the light back on. There we go. Excuse me for a second. Let me get my studio lights back on here. Here's the thing. Zeke Elliott needs to be motivated again. He needs to get hungry again because he just doesn't look hungry. In fact, he looks like he's overate. Like he went to show me something, hit the bar, had too much damn to eat. I'm telling you, you're not going to win this case. Get this thing over with. Get this out of the news.
Take yourself a nice vacation. You back to the gym.
You're right about that. Giants defense won more than just 2 Super Bowls. They actually won 3. So I don't know what else to tell you. You're sticking with 11-5. I'd love 11-5, but I think 10-6 is more realistic. Zeke is in for the next 2 weeks.
As of right now.
At the moment, for the next 2 weeks, he's eligible to play.
That might change tomorrow.
Eagles will fall hard. I think they will. Zeke will eat. Golden Corral. Yeah, there you go. You definitely hit Golden Corral. Had too much grease. Puck the Eagles. What's up, Cowboy family? Just taking a break here from work. Got the news that Zeke Elliott won this temporary restraining order.
At the moment.
And my fat ass is eating a salad for dinner. Daniel, shout out to Cowboy fans in Florida, as well as around the country, as well as around the world. Salads are good. Yeah, I got some chicken on it. I got some cheese on it.
Y'all make salads are good.
Got some bacon bits. Got a little bit of everything on it. But my fat ass needs to lose some weight. Are me and my son native characters in the Bible? I don't think so, but hey, that's a nice thought to think about that. Ron, I'm like you. Zeke will be suspended in the next 5 minutes.
Don't put a pass on anybody.
Angel, I agree with you. If we win against the 49ers, it's not because of Jason Garrett. It'll probably be in spite of him. You know, yeah, you're right. Okay, I agree. I have to agree with you somewhat on that. That, you know, if you know you're innocent and stuff, that you got to fight. But sometimes,
at some point,
sometimes you got to give up and live to fight another day. To me, in my mind, I don't think he's guilty. The NFL has shown their true colors and look like they just have a vendetta against him. And I don't know how many people out there right now will say Zeke Elliott is a domestic abuser. I don't. You disagree? Well, you can disagree all you want, but I mean that's fine. That's the great thing about this country. We can have different opinions, but I'd say for the betterment for the team, for himself, and everybody else involved, it's better just to end this thing. I know, Rico, there's no proof, but guess what? You know how many people have been strung up or imprisoned without proof? This shit happens. There's a town, is it Greenville, Kentucky? If you go to the African American Museum, there was a black man that was accused of messing with a white woman. This is back in early 1900s or 1800s. They burned the whole town down. They lynched and killed hundreds of people with no proof, on a word of one person. Unfortunately, it happens. Zeke Elliott will be okay. In fact, I think he would be better off at this point to get this stuff gone and done with.
Take a nice vacation.
He can't read the newspaper. Not that anybody reads the newspaper, but you can't go on Twitter. You can't go online. Everything is about Zeke Elliott, guilty. It just fucks with your head. I agree. He didn't do well. I agree. He probably did nothing, or maybe it was both ways. Who knows? But that's not what this is about at this point. Right now, it's about my personal sanity. There are lots of times where people will say, okay, I'll plead guilty just to end this and get this thing over with, instead of rolling the dice. It can't be healthy for him mentally, physically, or emotionally to keep going on here. To know, okay, we're good for the season, we'll deal with it in the off season. Oh shit, I'm suspended again. Oh fuck, I can't go to the team and work out. I'm not part of the team. The team's going on without me. Oh, I'm back now this week. Oh, but I'm only back for 2 weeks. I'm telling you, this wave of emotion is not good. It's too much for somebody to focus on football. And the difference between winning and losing is this much. And just having this thing on his mind and dealing with this is the difference between winning and losing. We need to end this shit. At some point, I would just say, you know what, I'm done with it. Yes, I would. After going through this thing left and right and knowing that the chances of this winning are slim and none, yes, I would. Live to fight another day. Let's talk about game plan. Right, Sarah Green. New guys, I've had faith, but sometimes you got to play with the odds. Yeah, and suing the NFL would be the better. Take the suspension and then sue them for defamation of character.
Take a nice vacation.
Well, true, it's not my life, and I've got no control over what Zeke Elliott does. I'm giving my opinion, which is something we can do in this country. At least last I checked we could. And my opinion is you're better off just getting this thing over with. It's 6 games. You're out. And you're back this season to play the stretch run with your team. You don't have to worry about this in the offseason. You don't have to worry about this next year. You get it out the way. I'll be honest, I believe that the time that this is taken up, the emotional waves that are going in, is actually worse than the time he'll spend off. Even if he loses. Well, my Cowboy family, we can agree to disagree. Oh, no. Whoa, back it up. No, that's the thing. I'm not giving up on the season. My thing is this. You've got, in the next 6 games, you've got the 49ers. You should be able to beat the 49ers without Zeke Elliott. You've got the Redskins, another game you could be able to beat without the 49ers. You've got the Chargers. You could beat them without Zeke Elliott. We win those 3 games, all of a sudden that looks a lot better. We've got the Falcons who have come back down to earth. We've got Kansas City, and who am I missing? The Eagles? And we have the Eagles.
And I think the Chargers.
I think you can go 4-2 during that time without Zeke Elliott right now.
The Chargers.
Well, the Chargers, you better beat on Thanksgiving.
But you don't need Zeke to beat them either.
So then you get Zeke back to go through December in those last 5 games.
Yeah,
so
Chargers
giving up on the
Redskins.
season, no. I'm saying the best thing for this season is get this thing out of the way so you're ready to play for that stretch run and hopefully going into the playoffs. Rested, mind straight, this thing off your shoulders. This weight of the world is done to salvage the season. And worst case, if the season does suck to holy hell and is a bust, at least we're building for next year. You get high draft picks, and you've got him at the beginning of the season without dealing with this crap.
Taking now, you'll be back by the Redskins.
Amen. The face of this of domestic violence is definitely the Giants kicker. It's so funny how people will turn on you, but I'm saying that this is a bad distraction all the way around. Cowboys will be 4-7 when Zeke. Okay. Yes, Zeke is playing this weekend.
As of right now.
Like I said, you guys can agree to disagree with me. I'm just telling you how I see it. And the way I see it may be totally different than other people see it. But from a standpoint of what is the best move for the team and for him to be able to get this behind him, and it's better to just let it go. Apparently, it's not going to, so what I think doesn't really matter. But now we're talking about 2 weeks where we'll play, and more than likely they're going to go ahead and come back and say, okay, sorry, the suspension is back on. And that's 2 games that should be easy games that you could have had him sitting. And now you're getting him later and later into the season, which you may be out of it by then. But, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a day job that's working through the night and a voodoo doll. It's different than Brady's, I agree with you, but it's still against the NFL, and you're not going to win against the NFL. Flat out. Sorry. You're not going to win.
If you take the suspension now, you'll be back for the Redskins game. Playing against the Redskins.
Yeah. You guys don't seem to understand. Just because it's in court doesn't mean that he's got a fair shake. He will not get a fair shake in New York with that court system. Well, guys, I've got to get back in here to work. My lunch break is over, but I'm glad I could at least bring you guys this news. I'll probably investigate this a little more as we're chipping this hole in this wall, and I'll get whatever else. I'm sorry, man. I would love to be able to do this all night, but, you know, I've got to pay bills. No, don't go. I have to, guys. All right, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. We'll find out what we can. Sarah, I agree. It's crazy, the emotional roller coaster that I'm going on. Oh, Jobu's down here passed out. He just can't take it anymore. All right, I'll see you guys later.